So today I thought I'd do a little what's in my college bag. I'm currently in my final year of nursing, thank God. And I figured if I don't film this now, I probably never will because I literally only have like 3 weeks of lectures left. This is the bag that I use. It is the Victoria's Secret Iconic Striped Tote Bag. They have a new one out, but it's like more baby pink and there's no black. It's pink straps and handles, and it's also not leather. This is like a leather one. So this is the bag that I've been using for, I want to say, the last like 3 years of nursing. And on it I just have a Hello Kitty claw clip on the strap, and then I just popped some bows on it. I just put a white ribbon. I have a little pushing keychain, a lip balm keychain, robin, and then I have a Victoria's Secret bow as well that I cut off a set of pajamas. I love this bag and it matches all my outfits because I'm like 9 times out of 10 wearing pink. The only problem is it is a heavy bag, like, to start with, even when there's nothing in it. Like, the bag does have a little bit of weight to it, so that means that the more stuff I put inside, the like quicker it gets heavier. So I'll show you what I'd usually have in it, but some days I take some things out, just like if I know I won't particularly need it that day, just to save a bit of weight and kind of save my shoulder from hurting so bad. First thing I keep in my bag, of course, is my MacBook. So this is a MacBook Air 13-inch, and I have, of course, decorated the whole front of the thing with stickers. These are just like little cinnamon roll Sanrio ones, and I also have my name that I cut out on my Cricut. Just identified as mine. I also have it in this like clear case, which actually I think does help protect it a lot. So this I will bring with me most days because a lot of my work is typed. A lot of my assignments are long typed essays, and I like frequently need to reach for this in every class. On days when I know that I'm not going to be doing any typing, or if I'm not going to be working on a particular essay, or maybe if I know I only have one class on a day, I will bring my iPad instead because it is so much lighter. I usually just have it in this case here because it's so thin and easy to, like, it doesn't take up much space, and it has a little gap for my Apple Pencil. But I also have a case for it that has a like keyboard, but I tend to not really bring that because the case itself with the keyboard is really heavy, and at that point I may as well just bring my MacBook because it's easier. Then I have my notebook. So I only have about 4 classes this year, 4 or 5 I think. So I literally just have one notebook. I don't use like a different one for each class because that would be way too much to carry around. So I just use this one, put everything in it, and then when I come home I sort the notes into individual class folders that I just keep at home, because once I write something in here I don't need it again when I'm in college. I just need it for studying at home. So that also saves a lot of weight on my shoulder. Then I usually always carry around my diary with me. I got this in Eason, but I think it was like originally W.H. Smith. Most of the time I don't write in it, but I always carry it because sometimes when I'm left with like a little gap in between lectures, it's nice just to be able to journal for a minute, because I am really trying to get back into journaling more often. I used to do it a lot last year, kind of like slipped out of the habit. With placement and everything, it's really hard to find time to do all these things. So I try and bring it with me every day. However, I do usually leave it at home if I know I'm going to be in for a bit of a longer day and my bag is already heavy with my MacBook and stuff. Then I always have a book with me, whether it's a physical book or my Kindle. I always have a book with me. I love to read when I'm on the bus or when I'm waiting for a lecture, or, you know, sometimes like lecturers will give us a break. If it's like a 2-hour one, they'll give us like a 10-15 minute break in the middle, and I don't really have a lot of friends, so usually I'm just sitting there by myself, so I will always pull out my book. Currently I'm reading The Secret History by Donna Tartt. This is actually my book club's book of the month for November, so I'm super excited by this because this has been on my TBR for so long, so I'm actually so excited to start reading this. Then of course I have my pencil case. This is just a Victoria's Secret makeup pouch that I use. I don't carry a lot with me, mostly like just a couple like colourful pens and highlighters, obviously a tip X as well. I have like certain classes where I only exclusively do digital notes, just because the amount of note taking there is just too much for me to write. Like, you know, those lectures that go really, really fast and they just don't give you a minute to write anything down. I don't bother writing in those classes, I just type it. But I do like to write for my anatomy classes because I like to draw diagrams and label them, and I like to see it physically instead of just copy and pasting a picture, because I feel like that doesn't really go into my brain the same way as if I drew it. Then I always carry an umbrella with me. Again, this one's Victoria's Secret. You can see a theme. I like Victoria's Secret. It just comes in this little pouch and it's in there. And this is so handy because, as you know, in Ireland, it is like 90% of the time raining. I highly recommend getting a good quality umbrella that is not going to turn inside out when there's the tiniest bit of wind, because I've fallen victim to that many times from the Penneys umbrellas. So I said I'll just get a good Victoria's Secret one, and it matches my bag and it looks cute and I don't feel ugly and embarrassed using it and it won't turn inside out on me. Then I always keep a little pouch of just kind of essentials in my bag. So these are like my makeup essentials, I guess you could call it. I'll just have like a lip balm, a lip gloss. I have mini perfumes, like just like those little bits that I might need to freshen myself up throughout the day, like rollerball perfumes, lip tints, lip liners. Again, I don't always bring this. Sometimes I'll just take out the couple of products that I know I want to use and put them in my bag. Then I always have a coffee cup in my bag, because in my college they've brought in a new like fee for using disposable cups. So you actually save like, I think it's 50 cents in most of the coffee shops if you have your own reusable cup. So I just got this in Penneys. It was the breast cancer awareness cup. So some of the money from it got donated to breast cancer research. It's just plain pink. It's 12 ounces and I like it because it has a closed top. I've had coffee cups before that don't have like a closure on the top, and I always just end up never using them, because even when I finish the drink, if there's nowhere that I can wash out and dry my cup, I'm not going to put it back in my bag in case like the last couple of drops spill. So the closure is actually really, really helpful. Then I always have my keys with me. They just have my house key, my nana's house key. Then I have this little Hello Kitty pouch, and on the back is my leave card, so I can just scan that getting on the bus. And then in this side I have a coffee stamp card. There's a little coffee shop right at the bus stop that I get off at in college, and some days I just go and get a coffee and then I collect my stamps and I can get a free one then. I also on my keys have loop earplugs, and I fell victim to the ads. I get very overstimulated very quickly, and I was like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna try it, I'm gonna see. I got the Switch 2s, and I have to be so completely honest, they are actually worth it. They are a little bit pricey, but they most of the time will have an offer on, or if you look up like on TikTok, there's always someone doing an ad for them that has a discount code. That's when I got them. So I was on the website and I saw them, thought they were a little bit expensive, and I literally just looked up on TikTok loop earplugs, and like one of the first videos that popped up was a girl, she had a discount code, and I put it in and it was still valid. So I got like 10, maybe 15% off. Then my keychains, on my keys, they actually take up most of the space, but I love them. So this is just a little flamingo that I got in the zoo. I have a little pusheen, and then I have a little Loch Ness Monster. Then speaking of noise cancelling, I have my headphones. Please excuse the absolute state of these. These have been my headphones for the last 4 years, all day, every day, in and out of college, in and out of work. They're the Sony's WHC something. They were like €80 on Amazon. The noise cancelling is so good in these. Honestly, like Sony has some of the best noise cancelling headphones I've ever tried, and the price, like for the price as well, it's so worth it. They're not too heavy on my head. They're over ear, which I like. I don't like on ear because it pushes against me. Also, when I have my earrings in, it's really uncomfortable to have on ear headphones. They are filthy from 4 years of like wearing them with makeup and dirt and everything, and they've been shoved in every bag, thrown on the floor. They've been through it, but they still work absolutely perfectly, and the battery life is so good in them. They literally take about 10-15 minutes to charge, and out of that 10-minute charge you get like the full day, if not like 2 or 3 days out of them, depending on how much you use them. I always carry a tote bag in my college bag because me being me, I tend to go shopping on my way home from college because my bus leaves me off right in front of a shopping centre. And while I'm waiting on my next bus home, what else am I gonna do but have a look around Pennies? Then I have my purse. This is just from Shein. I don't tend to use this because I pay for everything with my phone, but it's just handy to have with me just in case I need a card or need cash for something. Then we have just, you know, the little random beauty bits. So these are all just things that have been straggling around the bottom of my bag and I kind of forgot about. We have a mini hairbrush. Again, this is just from Pennies. When it's windy and raining in Ireland, my hair, because I have long hair, the second I step outside, it's pretty much knotty. No matter, even if I just brushed it 100 times before. Then I have a claw clip. This I bring for when I'm doing my clinical skills labs. It's because you need to have your hair tied up off your shoulders. Then I like to carry gum with me. I don't have mint flavoured gum for whatever reason, but I do have My Melody peach flavoured gum and it's actually kind of good. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really have high hopes for it. I kind of honestly just bought it because it's My Melody and the packaging is pink, but it's actually really good gum, I'm not gonna lie. Then I have a packet of Frutella that my sister gave to me the other day and is still floating around the bag and probably will continue to float around my bag for the next 6 months. Then I have a hand cream. As a nurse, you are washing your hands 24/7, so my hands get very, very dry, very, very cracked, especially in the winter. Then same level, hand gel. You cannot go anywhere without hand gel. I get the bus to and from college and it's disgusting. Then I just have a very smushed pack of Panadol because I do tend to get headaches quite a lot. I have a Boots lip balm. It's like a mint flavoured one. These Boot Avenue powder tissues are a lifesaver for me. There's like one in every handbag. Every time I go out, I have a packet of these with me. They're basically like little blotting papers. So like when your skin gets oily throughout the day or greasy or sweaty or your makeup starts to kind of go a bit shiny looking, you just rip out one of these and pat it on your face and it collects the oil from your face and it kind of adds like a powder on after. If you find me anywhere, there's a packet of these with me. Then I just have the usual things like pads just in case, and spare bobbins. You never know. Last but not least, I have a Paddington bear in my bag. My boyfriend actually got him for me last year because I was going through a little bit of a rough time and I was a bit upset that I didn't really have any friends in college. So my boyfriend got me a little Paddington to keep in my bag and come into college with me. So that's everything that I keep in my college bag. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's one that I've actually wanted to film for like ages. It's one of my favorite videos to watch other people post. So I've always wanted to do one and I finally did it in my last year of college. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what other type of videos you'd like to see and I will hopefully upload another one soon. Bye bye.